on the prayers, and this is Tuned in Tarot, and we are here to look at the balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine energy inside of self, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in our external environment, in our interactions with others. And if we want to see change within us, we do need to shift and change the energy. And so if we want to see change outside of us, externally, we have to change the energy inside of us so that we can manifest the outcomes we desire. Hopefully my readings help you do that, and I have been doing a few different styles during the week so that there would be some different things that we focused on. We do a general tune-in on Mondays of masculine and feminine energy. On Wednesdays, although I missed this Wednesday, but normally on Wednesdays we do a no contact or no communication reading. Thursdays, I throw in an abundance and love reading because those things are connected. So if you're also somebody that has issues with abundance in your life, you might benefit from those readings. I do have some playlists right now on my site that you can check out. There is a Twin Flame Tune-In playlist that has all the Monday and Friday readings. The Friday readings are love readings because it's Venus's day. And there is the Abundance, Love and Money playlist. And then there is also a playlist for the no contact reading. So you can see all those playlists there on my site. Don't forget to click the video button to see the all the new videos I've uploaded, and the live button, which has all of the live videos I've done over the last 2 years, which is a lot of content. So if you watch all of the videos and you're like, I want more, there's all the live videos to watch too. And those are full length, sometimes 2.5 hour readings. I mean, I was crazy. I used to be crazy about the readings I did. Looks like today's going to be a bit of a long reading. So if you like that, you'll be able to enjoy the in-depth reading today because I pulled a lot more cards than I normally do for this particular reading. One thing I keep forgetting to mention, if you comment on my YouTube videos, so I'm on TikTok Live right now too, so make sure you're subscribed to Tuned in Tarot YouTube. If you are subscribed to my Tuned in Tarot YouTube and you comment a question, some people have just been putting a question mark, which I've just been pulling one card and giving them a random message. But if you comment a question to me on my YouTube videos and I see it, I try to check them periodically. This is something I'm trying to do to make me check them more often. I will pull one card for you to answer your question for free. So if you want to do that, that will help my YouTube channel grow. But make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I will check to make sure you're subscribed first. And if you're subscribed, then I will go ahead and do a one card reading for you in the comments. And pretty much you can comment on every video and I'll do it. So if you comment on, that's 3 readings a week basically. And I'm going to do it until it gets to be too much. If there's too many people and I can't keep up with it, then I'll probably just choose some of my favorite comments. But right now, so few people comment that it will definitely be manageable to try to hit them all. So comment your questions. And I will pull one card for you. And also, if you want to share any of your feelings or thoughts about the video that I did that day, I would appreciate that. I would like to hear from you. Make sure you like the content, you like the style, yada, yada, yada. Just to give everybody a little update on my situation with my son, people have been sending some donations or booking more readings, which has been helpful. I still do need more help. I am trying to move into an apartment with my son, and the apartments are, it's just crazy. Like the cheapest prices we can find, it's in Massachusetts, and the cheapest places we can find are like $1,500 to $2,000 a month for what we would need. And that's a really tall order for me. So we're trying to get a temporary solution in place so that we can modify the custody agreement, fix the child support so that it will work out that I can afford to live there. But right now it's really difficult. So anything you can send would be helpful. My son does need me to come down there. I was supposed to go this past weekend, but there was a blizzard and then he got sick and was contagious. So now I'm not going until Sunday. It's interesting how the universe is making it difficult for me to get there to see him. It's difficult, but the hotel stay is going to be over $500. So anything you can send will be appreciated. And even people who send me $5, that if everybody, all my 20,000 followers sent me $5, we would be Gucci. I would be okay. Okay. So thank you so much to those of you who have donated. And, also just booking a reading is helpful because I'm able to work even when I'm at the hotel, so I can do readings and everything. There's video readings as cheap as $11 on my site. So take advantage of those. All right, let's get started. It is the Relationship Happiness Tarot spread from Angel Oram. I, of course, modified it a little bit because I like to make everything longer because I just like to keep talking and talking and talking. We're going to start with how the Divine Feminine's overall thinking, feeling about, not think, we're going to go into thinking, saying, and doing, but just the general energy surrounding the Divine Feminine right now is the Star card. So this can be that she's wishing or hoping. It can also be that she's healing. And it can be that she looks good right now, that she's like shining, like people are liking to look at her. They're like, oh, it's amazing. She's a star. And of course she can start to be seeing her gifts more, tuning into her gifts more, feeling her gifts more right now. I'm really getting a sense that she's hoping. She's hoping for things changing, for things to change. Underlying all her thoughts and feelings, we have the Temperance card for the Divine Feminine energy. So this is the energy of peace and calm and healing. So hoping and healing. Healing from wounds from the masculine, healing the inner child wounds, but there's a divinely protected and guided energy around her right now, a cosmic energy around the feminine. And remember, the feminine energy is not just a feminine gendered identifying person, it is the feminine energy of the masculine person you might be focused on as well. If you're focused on somebody who's in their masculine, who's identifying in masculine gender, they still have feminine energy. So everybody's feminine energy is hoping and healing right now, and divinely protected and divinely guided. Everyone's masculine energy, Queen of Wands, so very focused. I'm seeing this light come from this lion's eyes right now, so watching, attracted to the divine feminine energy. So the masculine energy is feeling passionate, seeing the confidence that the feminine energy has, feeling attracted or pulled towards it. If we're looking at this not as a love reading, because you can also look at divine feminine and masculine readings as purely just your own energy within, and this can be that you have a dream, like a dream to be a star of some kind, and you're having this confidence. I'm actually reading these backwards, by the way. Well, that's how we're going to do it today. So it was supposed to be masculine and then feminine energy, but I read them differently than that. So that's fine. So we'll keep this deck as the feminine deck and this deck as the masculine deck. But that's interesting because maybe that means that the masculine is exploring his feminine energy more. The feminine is getting more into her masculine energy. So there's that balancing that we're seeing going on in the Temperance card. And so yes, right now the masculine is very drawn or pulled towards feminine energy, which might mean that if you're looking at this as a reading about yourself and not a relationship, you might right now be really wishing or hoping for this creative vision to come true that you have. And you might feel really pulled or drawn in the direction to be creative, to shine, to make something happen. But the masculine energy is thinking a lot about the feminine energy, focused and pulled and attracted to her. Underlying all thoughts and decisions for the masculine, we're seeing the King of Swords. So this is trying to remain emotionally detached because he has things to do. He's trying to make plans or figure out how to communicate. And so he might seem cold or aloof, but he's doing it in a protective way. He's doing it to protect his feelings. He's doing it to protect maybe others around him. But it's the kind of energy that a surgeon brings to his job, right? His or her job. A surgeon has to detach themselves from their emotions so that they can make decisions that are for the greater good in whatever situation they're in. And sometimes that means they have to ignore their feelings and just use logic. And so that's where the masculine energy is. He's like, I may be really drawn towards this feminine energy, but I need to like keep my shit together. I'm also wanting to be really in my truth and my integrity. Okay, so that's the overall energy. Now let's look at what the divine feminine is thinking about the masculine. So what is the divine feminine thinking about the masculine? We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Fear card. And we have Stabbed in the Back. I told you I pulled some extra cards today. So This is heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, and shocking attack. So Divine Feminine is afraid that this masculine is going to do some shady shit to her again, like he has in the past. And so she's maintaining her defenses. She's in that protective bubble. She's feeling that energy of the Temperance card, feeling protected, and she's maintaining that energy. She's kind of zen. She's like, I'm keeping my distance. I'm keeping my healthy boundaries. I think I have a reason to fear that he's going to extend the separation, or that he's going to hurt me again, like he has in the past. So I'm maintaining my boundaries, and I'm not going to let this person hurt me again the way that I was hurt before. How is the Divine Masculine thinking about the feminine right now? We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Anger card coming out, and relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child, and growth coming out. So Divine Masculine is really trying to release his fears about the feminine's anger. And maybe we're seeing this Queen of Wands because he's concerned about her passionate nature, her fiery nature, her tendency to be somewhat angry at times. So he's really working very hard to release these worries, this prison of his mind that, starts in the Eight of Swords and continues through that Ten of Swords until you're stuck. He's trying to release it. He's trying not to worry that she's angry, that she's evolved, that they will be able to move into the next phase together despite some of the missteps that he's had, and hoping that he's, I think, kind of healed and transformed his inner child enough so that he doesn't make the feminine angry again, because he doesn't want her to be angry again. What is the Divine Feminine actually saying to the masculine right now? We have the Six of Cups, we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Creativity card, and we have Girl Talk. And this card says, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, and having fun. So Divine Feminine is saying to the masculine right now, you need to work on your inner child, right? You need to work on the past. Six of Cups is about the inner child. It's about the past. The Eight of Pentacles is about working on something. It's about devotion. There's loyalty. And then creativity is here in Girl Talk. So what I'm seeing her saying is, you need to work on your past. You need to work on your issues, okay? Go work on your issues, whatever they may be. And while you're doing that, I'm going to focus on my work, I'm working on something, I'm creating something, I'm happily single, hanging out with friends, having a good time, and frankly, just trying to move on from you. You work on your issues, I'm moving on. I'm not going to sit here with you while you twiddle your thumbs and take your fucking time. Like, I got things to do, places to go, people to see, and I'm good. So I'm just tapping into my own creativity and, really making something of myself while you work on your inner child stuff. What is the Divine Masculine saying to the feminine? Oh. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Peace card. And then we have seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Okay. So Divine Masculine is basically saying, I know that you've been waiting for me to bring peace to this connection after this third-party interference that has taken place. I want to bring you peace of mind. I'm no longer being seduced by any energy. I know you've been waiting for me to talk to you about this, to communicate with you about this, but there is no one else. There's nothing else that's getting in between me and you, my desire to be with you. And I'm having to have faith right now and be at peace with the potential that you are potentially flirting, dating, seeing someone else because of how long that I've made you wait. I have to be at peace with that because of the choices that I made in this situation. Okay. How is the Divine Feminine, what is she doing to the masculine right now? What is she doing? Six of Wands, Space card, and Passion. This is insane chemistry, like each other equally, and having fun. So, Divine Feminine is focused on her own success. She's focused on her own, being in the spotlight of her own life. She's giving the masculine plenty of space. And she is maintaining that they have chemistry and they like each other, but she's really just having fun right now. And she's saying, like, okay, you know, I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on my own personal success. I'll give you the space you need. But like I said, I'm going to have a good time. Like, I'm having fun. I'm happily single. I'm doing my thing. So what she's doing to the masculine is she's giving him space. She's giving him space. She's trying to project, I think, you know, of course we like each other. There's chemistry. But you know, until you've dealt with that inner child wound, whatever it is that makes you reluctant to be in union with me, I'm doing my own thing over here. I'm shining. I might be in the public eye in some way. I'm comfortable with it, and get it over. So the masculine, what is the masculine doing? Oh, wow, I'm so surprised. We've got the Page of Swords, the Growth card, and take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. So he's spying, he's watching the divine feminine, he's trying to work up the courage to take a chance or take a risk. He's not really showing his cards, he's not communicating, he's not talking. We've got his mouth covered up here. And so he's definitely trying to show the divine feminine that he's grown, but showing, not telling. And in this case, we need to have some words and actions outside of like his little face on the story, watching our stories, or you know, the sense that like he's alluding to the fact that he saw your most recent post with his recent post instead of just fucking talking and being brave enough. So he is trying to grow. He's trying to get out of this energy of not being courageous enough to take this chance. But yeah, he's not showing himself. I can't. I'm just like, get a life, bro. Okay. So advice for the divine feminine on how to create more harmony between what she's thinking, saying, and doing. We've got the Five of Wands, the Anxiety card, and the Palm Tree. So this is the clearest message I could possibly have for the feminine energy today. You need to become more secure. You need to work on secured attachment. Your anxiety about competition for the divine masculine's attention, whether that is another person, his career, a family, whatever it is that you have this fear of that came out, that he's going to betray you and leave you in separation, you're not going to be able to see. So you're suffering under this misconception that once this masculine energy is in your life and talking to you, that you won't feel this way. But that's truthfully a misconception. You will feel this way until you don't feel this way. And your external circumstances don't have much influence over this, because this is a mindset. So you have to become more stable and more secure. You have to be less insecure as a person. This is true of you and the person that you're focused on. You have to be less secure about the emotions that you have for others and that are reflected back to you from others. You have to worry less about third parties interfering and trust more that you are enough on your own, regardless of what other people are doing or saying or thinking at any given time. You have to work on this anxiety, because this is getting in your way of enjoying any connection, not just this one particular person that you are experiencing the divine masculine energy reflected back to you, but in any relationships. Until you are more of a secure person, until you really do understand what secured attachment looks like and feels like, this will be a challenge. So to create more harmony, you need to really work on that fear. That fear, and that, you're like, I'm giving the masculine space so that he can work on his inner child. But it's like, you need it too, babe, because you still feel insecure, okay? Divine masculine, what do you need to do to create more harmony? We've got a 5 for the masculine as well. We've got the 5 of Swords this time, the Sadness card, and the Soulmates card, which says soul connection, partnership, agreement, and soul contract. This, for me, we're seeing this snake here Or seeing this defeatism that comes up for the masculine. Like, I am defeated by this struggle, by this battle. There could be someone else that's on the outside that has been perceived as an external obstacle to union. But it's really more, this is the mental struggle. Swords are mental. They're thoughts we have. So there is this feeling that your soulmate or whatever is like almost, I'm hearing, destined to walk away from you, to give up. And there's this sadness of like, oh, we can't be together because I let these other things interfere. And, you know, I caused all this sadness and I caused all this regret. And just, it's sad boy bullshit. And it's getting in the way. You have to surrender the ideas, the thoughts and ideas that you have that somehow are intertwined in that soulmate storyline. Like, this can be the twin flame storyline too. There is a twin flame card in this deck, but twin flames are also soulmates. They're just a different type of a soulmate. They have more of the shared wounding that we have. Soulmates will come in with, like, a good example is like, if you have a sort of dysfunctional family, so does your twin flame. But you may be attracted to and enter into a relationship with a soulmate who has a healed and functioning family. And so they give you this gift of this knowledge of this new type of modeled behavior that you didn't get to experience. And so you see more of a functional, secured, it can be financial, it can be healthy relationships. There's a lot of ways that it might show up. So your twin flame is most likely to have the same kind of fucked up dynamics you had. There'll be one parent in particular that you probably have a similar experience with. Whereas a soulmate is maybe going to have something completely new for you because they're bringing you something that is new. One brings complete understanding, but also triggers you because your wounds are so very similar and you trigger each other. A soulmate is going to heal the wounds instead of triggering them. So I've had a few soulmates who've come in where I've had one relationship with somebody that had that caused me to feel wounded, like rejection wounds. They triggered rejection wounds. And then the soulmate person who I was with, well, we didn't end up being in a long-term relationship. They showed me that not all people react the way that the person in that first relationship does. So that's kind of the way that I look at the difference between soulmates. Soulmates and twin flames can also be family members. I think people are under the delusion that your twin flame is only ever a romantic relationship. It's not. I do think there's twin flame relationships that are familial. And the dynamics are the same. I also think the dynamics from a twin flame relationship play out with other people in our lives too, which is why you're like, is it this person? Is it that person? Is it this person? It's everyone, truly. Like, everyone is going to reflect back to you. And that's why I don't put a whole lot of credence on the identity of the person. Doubt is one of the main things that you learn to work through on the journey. So you're not supposed to know. That's why if you go to any reader and they're like, this person is your soulmate or is your twin flame for sure, I would take that with a grain of salt. I will frequently say to people who come to me, I see twin flame dynamics here. It doesn't mean that your person is your twin. I can see why you would think they were. I can see why it would feel like they were, and the potential is there. But I'm not one that's going to tell you, yes, this is your twin flame. I'll just say, I understand why you were attracted to my content. Like, I get a sense of why this person is acting like a mirror for you and how that's triggering. So this masculine has to work on feeling defeated, depressed, regret, and feeling like it's part of the soul contract he has with this person. It's like this, it's just being like, well, that's just how it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to be together. We are like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to shift and grow and change, and then you can be with whoever you want to be with. There's nothing written in the stars that said you can't be with this person, as far as I can tell. Your higher self may have different plans for you, but it's got nothing to do with some kind of like contractual obligation for your lives to suck. So the divine masculine has to let that view go. And remember, that is you too. It's not just this other person who might be thinking that. That's you who is thinking, I'm bound to have this relationship with this person because of we're twin flames, and so it's always going to feel like this. We're never going to come into union, or we are going to come into union, or whatever. It's just like, let that go. You make up the rules. Like, this is your video game. This is your interactive virtual reality. You are playing the game. There are some parameters, but you get to choose how you react to them, and you get to choose your own adventure, basically. Okay, I did pull some cards for feminine and masculine oracle messages. The first card up is interesting. It's Be Peace, and we saw that was the underlying, look at the wings here in both of these images and the colors. We also saw that the divine masculine was saying to the feminine, be at peace about third-party interference. It's not a problem for me anymore. I've made peace with that, and I hope that you can make peace with that. So divine feminine, this is a strong message coming out for you today. And this is what needs to be said. This is what needs to be said to the divine feminine, to help the divine feminine. With her peaceful cooing, the gentle dove spirit invites you to embrace the energy of peace and allow compassion to warm your heart. You always have the power to generate peace within you, and the appearance of dove spirit is a reminder that today and every day is a good day to meditate, to quiet any turbulence within as you embody tranquility above, below, and all around you. Much may be happening to distract you, but you are called to engage it with the heart of a peacemaker, asking yourself, what would peace do? Can you agree to disagree? The peace you seek rises within and spreads out into the world as Spirit sends her messenger to remind you of the beauty of a harmonious existence with all that is. How beautiful and powerful is your compassionate heart. So that's your message, divine masculine. Your animal spirit message today is, Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. So let's look at that. This is number 18. The message is, the time has come to be gentle and diplomatic when dealing with others. You might have found yourself in a situation where negotiations are necessary in order to reach your goal. Be mindful of the words you choose, but do not worry. Dear Spirit reminds you that you have the ability to be sure-footed and confident while showing humility and respect for others. You will find that your capacity for calm and grounded communication is heightened at this time. Follow the way of Dear Spirit, and you will do well, gaining the respect of others and finding common ground that is pleasing to you. Remember that understanding others and their needs will be more powerful at this time than putting your own first. If you do that, you will be rewarded tenfold. So that's Divine Masculine's message. So the wisdom of the oracle for Divine Feminine, we have the protection message of a leg up, number 34. Also polar bear spirit there visiting us. The message is, are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come, convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded, as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good, for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist you. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you'll be amazed by how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. This is interesting because I have been forced to ask for help and to continue to ask for help this past week. It's been over a week since my son ended up in the hospital for the situation he was in. And it's been really difficult to ask for money, but I definitely do need support. And it does feel vulnerable to have to do that. And I want to be able to do everything on my own. I want to just have enough readings booked and enough, one-on-one services that I don't have to worry about money. And I can tell there are blocks there that are preventing me from having that. So I need help to remove those blocks, and I need help And when people donate and when they book readings and when they do help me consistently stay booked, that starts to remove those blocks, you know? So it is very helpful. But yeah, and the other thing is, on the reading I did yesterday, the Divine Feminine's issue was actually asking for help, thinking she had to do everything by herself. There was a reading I did yesterday. It was Love and Money reading I do on Thursday. Talks about abundance of, you know, wealth, prosperity, and love. You can check that reading out on YouTube. There's a list, like an abundance playlist or love and money playlist or something. It's on there. And the same thing came up for her yesterday. So this is still an issue for her. I realized I left the final happiness potential cards unread. So I'm going to finish this Wisdom of the Oracle. Then we're going to go back and finish that reading. There was one position I didn't read for some reason, which is interesting. And it's like something interrupted. Like there was an interruption before we saw the end. So there might be some kind of an interruption that you're experiencing right now before you're coming into union. And then we'll go back and do the self-care card. But the Divine Masculine's message he's getting is number 32. It's here and now, and it is the protection message. And it does say, whenever you find your mind drifting into the past, wondering if things could have or should have been better, or whenever you find yourself longing for the good old days, you lack power. The same is true of looking too far ahead and hoping the future will provide you with certainty. Driven by ambition, you might wander too long in a place with no substance and forget that you are here today. The past and future are illusions. Whenever you leave the present moment, you are disconnecting from your inherent power to manifest your reality with true substance. Neither past nor future can give you what you need. Now is all that counts. Come back from those eternities and be here now. All will be well and miracles will appear as if by magic and perfect timing of spirits. Okay. Now, let's finish this reading and give you the happiness potential, and then I will give you your self-care cards for the week. So, what is the happiness potential currently in the connection? We've got the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Faith card, and Paradise, which says happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, and enjoying each other. So that's looking pretty hopeful to me. There is more of a solid foundation. There's more of a recognition by both people that you both need to be very secure. This is something that you both understand. You've also both not let go of the connection. You've not let go of the love that you both feel. The Queen of Cups is the most loving, the most compassionate, sensitive, psychic, able to navigate emotions. I keep having dreams about swimming, actually nude. In both instances I've had, which is that vulnerability, being immersed in my emotions. And in one dream, I felt that if I jumped into the water, it would cover my vulnerability. So if I jumped into the water, no one could see my vulnerability. And then in the dream that I had last night, the water was clear and I knew that people could still see me, but I didn't care. I swam without concern for that in the water. I was allowing myself to be seen, allowing myself to be vulnerable, and navigating my emotions. Okay, so the Divine Masculine and Feminine are both able to do this now. And that is creating this sense of stable, secure, loving energy. There's faith in one another and the connection. And then that in and of itself, it's like, what's the current happiness potential? And the Island Time Wellness card is telling us happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, enjoying one each other. It's amazing. So the current energy right now is really good for being able to really be in a loving, happy connection with one another. The main things that you need to work on are feeling more secure and not being so defeated by the past. Okay, your self-care cards. Divine Feminine. Girl, go soak in a bath. Do a little salt bath cleanse. I'm all right. I'm down. I absolutely can do that. This is number 46. I might just do it now. Okay. I let the healing waters restore me. And that's interesting because I talked about being immersed in water and I wasn't paying attention to this card that's right here. But yes, being immersed in the water of your emotions. It says baths are an ancient ritual for energetic and bodily cleansing. Gather sacred items like crystals, candles, essential oils, and flowers and sink into the warm water. Imagine the water washing away all that no longer serves you. Connect with the beauty of the meaningful objects you've assembled and imagine their illuminating energy and radiance bathing you. Take your time when washing your hair and body, cleansing and pampering yourself like a goddess. Afterward, nourish your skin with natural oils and creams. Brush your hair slowly and softly. Give yourself a breast massage. Fully relax and stay naked for as long as you can, enjoying the feeling of your body. Interesting, I just talked about that. Nakedness and water. The journal prompt is, how can you make a bath feel more like a sacred care ritual? One thing they could do for me, girl, is they could make bigger bathtubs. That's all I'm saying. Okay? They could make bigger bathtubs, and then that bathtub would feel amazing to me. I remember I went to Las Vegas with my sister, and I had this massive bathtub, and both me and my sister are, like, delicious and thick and gorgeous. And we were like, oh my God, we are going to be able to be fully immersed in this bathtub. And we literally just took baths, like, twice a day, every day, the whole time that we were there. It was so much fun. Okay. Number 53, use your hands. By the way, my sister is an incredible model. She's also a Reiki master and a tarot reader. I'm just thinking about her because I just mentioned her. She's also coming into town next week. Maybe she'll do a reading with me. I don't know. It's hard to get her to do lives with me, but she is a model for Big Bud Press, and she's modeled for other companies as well, but Big Bud Press based in Los Angeles. She had a billboard over Highland Park. I'm so fucking proud of her. And if you want to see her stuff, her content is Champagne, Shampine, Supernova. And she's on Instagram, she's on TikTok. She's very inspiring, incredible, funny, just amazing. So go check out her content and go support her. And one of the things that I definitely learned from, like learning to love our bodies together over the years is seeing women and people of all different gender identifying, all different colors is so important, all different sizes. It's so important for you to be able to embrace your body. I look at lots of thick bodies in gorgeous bikinis. I embrace it now in a way that I never have before. So definitely fill your feeds with all types of bodies, all shapes, all sizes, all colors. It's very empowering for your self-love journey. Divine Masculine, you're getting 53. Use your hands. I've got a dirty mind. Okay. I create magic with my hands. That's your mantra. I create magic with my hands. Reconnect with the magic that comes from creating with your hands. What do you feel called to make or fix? Sign up for a pottery, woodworking, or glass blowing class, or anything else that piques your curiosity and reminds you how empowering it can be to create your reality with your own two hands. I'm a knitter, so knitting is fun for me. I get crafty and do some DIY projects. Maybe bring new life and color into an old piece of furniture by repainting it, or make some original art to adorn your walls and beautify your home. Is there something broken around the house that's an easy fix that you could do on your own or with a little help? Even just getting your hands dirty by weeding a flower bed or tightening the screws on a loose door hinge will give you an incredible feeling of accomplishment that will fuel your confidence as you tackle bigger and more complex issues in your life. The journal prompt is, when is the last time you crafted something with your hands, and how did it make you feel? All right, that is my beautiful Friday love reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you tomorrow on, I'm going to stay on TikTok to do personal readings if anybody wants them. But I will see you tomorrow on TikTok at 11 a.m.-ish. It might get pushed back a little bit because I'm going to do Luna's birthday reading right before. So it might be a little bit later than that. But 11 to 12 EST, I'll be doing live readings with Luna. We do free readings for the beginning. So if you're wanting a free reading, that's a good time to catch one. We each pull one or two cards. It's kind of like however many cards come out. And then if you want two of us to read, it's $33, just like it is for my personal readings here, but you'll get two readers instead of one. And Luna is also really gifted reader. And it was just her birthday on Monday. So if you don't know about my lovely Luna, go check out The Creative Goddess and check out her Bare Naturals business, because she makes these incredible room sprays, candles, melts. They're so good. This one is October Winds, and oh my gosh, it really does smell like that. It's so good. So go check out her products and give her a little birthday love. My Aries, my right on the edge there of Aries and Pisces. And I will see you on YouTube on Monday. I will probably be posting actually some extended readings, because I've recently joined Clapper. Their camera with app, like within, like to record, is terrible. It doesn't line up. So I am going to be recording probably 5-minute readings, posting the first part on Clapper and then the extended version on YouTube. So you'll be seeing a few of these little 5-minute readings or so on my YouTube page, as well as the deeper full-length readings that I do each week, which I do two to three of those each week. So good to see you, everybody. Take care, and I'm going to head over here to TikTok and see if anybody wants a reading today.